Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to do the only 10 tarot decks prompt. I think others have said that they were the last ones to do this prompt, but I'm like really the last one. But you know what? That is fine. We're all on our own timing. And I have my own little collection that is probably unique to anyone else's. Perhaps not the rarest decks, but definitely my own unique take on it. So let's just get right into it. So the first deck that I wanted to show off is the Eldritch Overload Tarot. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, but if you haven't, you're certainly in for a treat right now. It has so much holographic just all over the deck and the box. Like, look at the attention to detail. It's amazing. And it comes with a guidebook that's 5e compatible if you like to do D&D type of stuff, which is really cool. It's also a huge full color guidebook, which is amazing. And I haven't actually tried to do some sort of D&D campaign with it, but I would love to at some point. I just love that there's the option. And it's a cyberpunk fantasy tarot deck, as stated. I have it in order right now because I was studying it, but it's just so holographic and just so unique. Like, I really don't think there's anything else quite like this. It just creates its own lore and magical world that's also very dark. Like, it's definitely got a strong combination of whimsy and yeah, some really dark themes, but I just love it. It just, I don't know. Perhaps I am just weak for anything that sparkles, but it just is so charming to me and so imaginative. And it just makes me so happy even to just see it and play with it like this. So I could not imagine giving this up for any reason. It is just way too cool and too special. It's got so much going on, and honestly I still have more exploring to do with it. But yeah, that is the incredibly unique Eldritch Overload Tarot for my first pick. So for my second pick, I have another really holographic one. It is the Pastel Journey Tarot deck. And oh yeah, I forgot my copy is signed by Vanessa Samina, the YouTuber who created it. And it is also very holographic and special. It's just got my ideal color scheme, essentially. And it's very much anime inspired. A lot of shininess, as I love. But yeah, it's just got a lot of cute femme girly pops. It's very stylized, and I enjoy it a lot. Like, look at that Nine of Cups. What else to say about it? I think the characters are just really fun. I love this fool. Honestly, a lot of great hair inspo in here. And it's just nice when you're not in a particularly heavy mood. Like even this Ten of Swords is they're just chilling. Like, they're not too bothered about it. And we've got a queer presenting lovers and just a lot of great stuff. Very again, like anime vibes. There's the death card. Like, there we go. So I think this one is also very unique and very fun. And I enjoy it a lot. Like, isn't this almost exactly this famous strawberry dress that so many people had? I don't know. Just another fun one. I love anything holographic. Like, I really am weak for it. And I don't have a lot of people heavy decks in my collection, so I think that really says a lot that this is such a human one. So yeah, that was the Pastel Journey Tarot. Next is the Mirra Visions Tarot, and this is a lenticular deck, and that means it has 2 images on each card. So not only does it shift, but it actually like is called something completely different, which is so cool. So each suit has 2 names. It has both like the traditional pentacles, and then also trees. And the majors have 2 words as well. Also the court cards. Page of Swords becomes the Weaver. Here, the Lovers becomes Soulmates. Check that out. So this is incredibly unique. Temperance and the Maze. I honestly have a lot more studying to do on this one because I just feel like it has so many literal layers and just a lot going on as well. And it's just so pretty. Like, look at all these colors it hits. It's like muted but so colorful at the same time. I don't even know, like, artists just amaze me. I'm like, how did this like come out of someone's mind into the world? Like, it's just incredible. So I love this one. I honestly need to spend so much more time with this one. But yeah, that is Wheel of Fortune and Life Map. That's the Mirra Visions Tarot. Tower and the Shore. That's the Mirra Visions Tarot. Next up, I have the Botanical Tarot, which, as you can see, has oracle cards in it because it is massive. And I did feature this recently, but I wanted to show it again just in case because I think it's really special. I think just like so much has been achieved with like ultimately like a very simple art style. Like, it's not incredibly detailed digital art or anything, but at the same time it's like so evocative and just so like fresh, and I love it. And I love the oracle cards too, so there's kind of like expansion packs that you can get. So that's why it's so enormous. I think it's like well over 100 cards at this point, and I don't even have all the expansions. I want to get them. But yeah, it's just so fun. And here's like an extra bonus card, question mark number, seed pod, the unknown. I love a good bonus unknown card. Yeah, it's just really fun and really pretty. And again, just, I don't know, it's something about it makes me want to do more digital art. Like, I'm like, oh wow, like you can do so much with like not a million layers or anything like that. You know, it's like relatively simple, but again, just like so powerful at the same time. And so colorful, obviously. I love that part too. This Fool is like forever. Such a wonderful Fool card. So yeah, that's the Botanical Tarot. Botanical with 2 T's. Love. Next, I have the Smoke, Ash, and Embers Tarot. I love dragons, so this was always going to be included because this is my dragon deck. Like, come on now. I could not imagine not having this deck. Like, it's just so good, and the dragons have so much attitude, and I get really wonderful readings with this. Really clear and like not like vicious or anything, but just like very much to the point. Sharp, I would say, but not like biting. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just love the dark backgrounds for a lot of them, and like it's like muted colors, but still accomplishes so much at the same time. There's still tons of detail. And oh my god, this card stalked me as soon as I got the deck. Great King of Pentacles. I like that the Wheel of Fortune is similar to the World. Look at that. I feel like that has to be on purpose. But yeah, I love my little dragons. I mean, what's not to love, right? The whole Three Trees Tarot is really cool. I wish I had all of their decks, but this had to be the priority for me because dragons, love them. So yeah, Smoke, Ash, and Embers Tarot. Next, we have the Majestic Earth Tarot. So this is probably like the rarest deck that I own. It comes with 5. Well, okay, this is an extra one. But yeah, it comes with 5 like horizontal element cards. So there's one for each of the 4 elements, and then also spirit on top of that, which is cool. I can't say I really use these, not gonna lie, but it's nice to have anyway. And for the rest of the deck, yeah, this is my most expensive and rare, like out of print deck. I know like some people just don't get the appeal of this one, but I don't know, it really spoke to me. I went to great lengths to get it. I like literally went on Instagram and looked for tags of it and then found someone who like said they never used it, and then she sold it to me for like a really kind price. Which was so cool. So that was like my first experience like really hunting for a deck. So I think I always have that like fond memory with this, that I really strove to get it. And yeah, I just think it's really cool that there was this pre-existing art that like works so well. Like that's so Nine of Pentacles. I love this Lovers. And I like that it has keywords too, and I agree with the keywords. I think they're great. It also has some planetary, astrological signs. And yeah, you don't see a lot of decks that have 4 different keywords. Like it really gives you a lot of different options and interpretations. So I think that's really neat as well. Yeah. So I love this one. This again is the Majestic Earth Tarot. Like look at that Judgment. I love it. And there's so much like history behind the art, which I think the guidebook has. I can't really say I use the guidebook that often for this one, but it does go into the art pieces slightly. So yeah, it's definitely worth the effort, I would say. I would not give this one up. Next up, I'm really showing how so many of my decks are nature-based and not particularly people-heavy. But I have the Spacious Tarot. I'm so glad I found this as early as I did. It's a really special deck. The whole point is that it's spacious and shows large landscapes more than like figures and scenes. It's just very natural. And then also I do have the expansion, which has the astrological signs, the elements, a few other cards, which is a nice addition, I would say. Here's Sag. I really just love this art style, and it's just very peaceful and very powerful. Like it does not hold back, that's for sure. I really just think this deck is so special, and it was one of my earlier decks that I really bonded with and used a lot. I should honestly use it more again. I picked this one a lot for reading for other people because I find that people really connect with the art easily. And I just love that there are no human faces looking at me. I know some people feel the exact opposite, but I just like it like this. I don't know what to say, but yeah, this is the very peaceful and spacious tarot. Next up, I feel like this one is very connected to the Spacious Tarot for me, but I have the Gentle Tarot. This deck is just incredibly special. I think it does have people, but it's so heavily nature based, and I just really appreciate the creator a lot. And the guidebook is really beautiful. I should really get, I know there's like an expanded guidebook or something like that. I really should get my hands on that because I'm sure I would really enjoy that as well. But this deck is just very, I don't even know what words to use. It's just incredibly dear to me. It's really a great way to feel held, I would say. Like, it also doesn't hold back, but it is a bit of a hug deck to me. But again, like, not in like a fluffy, overly soft way. It also has an unseen card, bonus card that I love. And yeah, I'm not even feeling particularly verbose about it because I'm just like getting pulled in right now. It's really good. It's even the more worrisome cards are just like beautiful animal or nature scenes, and I just think there's a beautiful interpretation of like all of the more like negative elements. Like, for example, let's look at the guidebook for the Seven of Swords. I think the lessons for protecting my truth. Are you being dishonest with yourself? Everyone thinks the Seven of Swords is, some sort of external dishonesty, but are you being honest with yourself, or is someone deceitful towards you? I just like that it ties it to a similar theme in nature, like this lynx. If you're in a relationship that continuously damages your trust or corrupts your sense of self, it may be time to step back and consider your next move. Let the lightning illuminate your clarity of thought. You are strong and you are sharp. It's just very affirming, but also to the point. It's like a loving best friend telling you that that person you're seeing is just not good for you, for example. Um, so yeah, I love the Dental Tarot. It's so, 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 so special. And I had to have it in my top 10, no doubt. Next, this is a more recent addition for me, but I feel like it's almost in this like trifecta of naturey decks with the previous two decks. I sort of associate them all together, but I have the Pacific Northwest Tarot. I really am betraying how much I love naturey decks, but I really do. I love the animals, I love the plants. Like, I'm not into people. I don't, that definitely like says things about my psychology, but it's fine. And I can't wait to work with this deck more, honestly, because the guidebook is honestly pretty brief, so it sort of just lets you like expand the stories that it has in there for each of the cards. And it kind of like lets you run wild, honestly, with ideas. And I love the colors. I like the way the suits are presented. And it's just really cool. I haven't been to the Pacific Northwest yet in my life, but surely makes me want to go. And I just appreciate the abundant nature of it all. I don't even know if I have anything particularly insightful to say about a lot of these. I just wanted to show them off, and I hope I'm being clear about why I think they're great. I mean, I feel like a lot of you have probably seen a lot of these anyway, but if there's someone out there who hasn't, then that's the whole point of making a video like this, right? So, yeah, that's the Pacific Northwest Tarot. Finally, I've got one more naturey deck for you. It's the Wild Unknown Tarot. So this one was my first deck after finding a Rider-Waite-Smith copy in my house when I was younger. And then I realized how many options were out there, and so like naturally I came to this one first, as it was so popular. And so, is it the best deck in the world? I know it has its critiques, but I think it just means so much to me because I learned with it and grew with it, and it just expanded my idea of what was possible with tarot. And like for that, it'll always have a special place in my heart, even when it has some very scary cards. And yeah, it's just a very interesting blend of things, I would say. Like such bright colors and then all of this like black as well. But yeah, it's sorry, that's my dog dreaming if you hear anything. Oh, poor thing. Dreaming about playing probably. But yeah. Um this deck will just always be special, so I wouldn't give it up because it was like my starter deck essentially, aside from my RWS. So for that, I will always love it. And it is a great deck. Like sometimes I feel like people sort of hate on things because they're popular, but like there's a reason it's popular, you know? And I know it did so much for the tarot community and like bringing tarot into more of the mainstream. So I feel like that's a net positive. But yeah, so that's number 10, the Wild Unknown Tarot. I really hope that you enjoyed my little collection. If none of them were new to you, I'm sorry, but I hope it was an interesting combination anyway, or maybe you heard a new take on any of these, or maybe you just wanted to see some pretty cards. Hopefully, it was satisfying in some way. But yeah, I just felt like if I want to be on Tarot Tube, I should do this tag because it's like the tag. So I wanted to do it. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. And until the next time, take care and be well. Bye.